announced of stepping down provided that the ruling partners Maoist Centre would withdraw their support. Political analysts are far from convinced that the Prime Minister would concede power without a last-ditch political gambit. The scenario has given way to heightened political activities as parties are working on new power equation to be at the helm of the national politics. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Recent political developments open new avenues of power equation. Major parties all gear up to be at the helm of the new government. President Vidya Devi Bhandari calls on senior UML leader Jhalnath Khanal amid widening rift between the two factions of the ruling party. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli announces the inauguration of 165 strategic roads, one in each electoral constituency. Doubts raise over the completion of roads in 3 years. And Real Sociedad end a 34-year wait for the Copa del Rey by beating Athletic Bilbao in a tight final in Sevilla. The main opposition Nepali Congress has inched closer to Maoist Centre, a faction of the present government working on new power equation to lead the government. With the announcement coming from Nepali Congress to lead the new government, the Maoist Centre too has indicated that the party would withdraw its support to the incumbent government. However, with the ball now on the court of a hesitant Janata Samajwadi Party, the political roadmap is still far from clear. We have more in this report. With a court verdict on 7th of March last month annulling the unification of CPN-UML and Maoist Centre, the latter's indecision had also put the main opposition Nepali Congress in a political dilemma. A day after the Maoist camp indicated of withdrawing support to the government, Nepali Congress took an official decision on Friday to take the initiative of the new government by demanding Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's resignation. According to our sources, Maoist Centre has now geared up to notify the parliament regarding the withdrawal of its support to the government. The Central Working Committee meeting of Nepali Congress on Friday had taken an official decision of leading the new government by also including Janata Samajwadi Party. In the meantime, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli too has announced that he would not hold on to his position if the ruling partner Maoist Centre withdrew its support. Meanwhile, political analysts are still not ready to buy the Prime Minister's resignation remarks, rather take them as just one of his political gambits. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli still has the Janata Samajwadi card up his sleeve, and by taking Mahanta Thakur faction in his confidence, he can still cling on to the power. President Vidya Devi Bhandari called on ruling CPN-UML's senior leader Jhalnath Khanal amid the deepening political crisis in the country. Political discussion was held between President Bhandari and leader Khanal at the latter's Dallu residence for about an hour. At the end of the meeting, leader Khanal informed that discussions were held regarding the latest political development in the country and internal disputes in CPN-UML. Khanal added that President Bhandari showed concern in the internal disputes because of her political affiliation with the party for a long time. Khanal quoted President Bhandari as saying that the party should move forward, standing united at this testing time. After concluding the meeting with President Bhandari, Khanal reached Kalanki to attend the meeting of Nepal faction. Khanal had been in the Nepal faction opposing the move of party chair and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, claiming his move as against the party statute. Meanwhile, the Secretariat of the President informed that President Bhandari had reached leader Khanal's residence to inquire about his health condition and, during the meeting of the two leaders, had held talks on the contemporary issues. Following the meeting, President Bhandari and Khanal held a discussion on current developments. It may be recalled that leader Khanal had skipped the all-party meeting called last week by President Bhandari, indicating his reservation against the party leadership. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said he will resign from the post of premiership if the Maoist Centre withdraws its support given to the current government. The Premier's remarks come a day after the main opposition Nepali Congress demanded his resignation by holding Central Working Committee meeting. The Premier at his official residence in Balvatar hinted towards his resignation while announcing the inauguration of 165 strategic roads.
आजको माग्या हो र प्रधानमन्त्रीको राजीनामा मागै छ त मागै पछि म कसरी दिन सक्छु भनेको एक दिन एउटा राजीनामा हुन्छ एउटाले माग्दैन दुईटाले माग्दैन एक दिन माग्दैन दुई दिन माग्दैन माग्या छ ए बाबा हटाउनु त समर्थन फिर्ता लिदेऊ भन्छु त्यो पनि लिदैन अनि राजीनामा माग्छ त राजीनामा त आइहाल्छ नि समर्थन फिर्ता गर न
Premier Oli has expressed his reservation towards the direction of a Public Accounts Committee to terminate the tender process of construction of tunnel and bridge in Kathmandu-Tarai fast-track road project. Premier Oli urged the committee to pay attention to its jurisdiction, citing the decision would cause delay in work and result in financial loss.
अरबौंको मात्र होइन केही खर्बको आयोजना त्यस्तो आयोजना रोकेर फेरि गर्दा त्यसका लागि त्यसले पार्ने असर र परिणामहरू हेर्नुपर्छ त्यसकारण हामीले काममा मैले भन्न खोजेको कुरो के हो भने हामीले काममा कुनै प्रतिकूल असर पर्न दिनु हुँदैन विकास निर्माणका कामहरूमा प्रतिकूल असर पर्न दिनु हुँदैन चाहे हामी रोक्ने आदेश दिउँ चाहे स्थगन आदेश दिउँ.
The committee had directed Nepal Army to terminate the tender process suspecting financial embezzlement. The committee also expressed dissatisfaction towards delay in carrying out development works. The committee has directed all administrative bodies to increase working capacity and willingness. The Premier laid foundation for 165 strategic roads with a length of 2,210 km, one each in all constituencies. The construction of these roads is said to be completed within 3 years, while only 3.20 billion rupees budget is allocated in the current fiscal for the 57.10 billion rupees project. At least 35 houses have been gutted by fire in Jumla's Tila rural municipality. Ward Chairman Sher Bahadur Bohra informed that 35 of the 75 houses in the area has been gutted in the blaze that started in the late evening yesterday. The blaze is yet to be taken into control as the local authorities cited the lack of water to control the blaze. Teams from Nepal Police and Armed Police Force have been mobilized for rescue efforts. Rupandehi is one of the districts with higher cases of child marriages. In all, the 16 local bodies have started to work according to the prepared work plans to abolish the age-old ill practice. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the public representatives and officials in Rupandehi what plans and programs have they prepared to abolish child marriage. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
वर्ष नभइकन बिहा नगर्ने भनेको अहिले संविधानमै भएको हुनाले त्यसलाई लागू गर्न जनचेतना फैलाउने
विद्यालयहरुमा चाहिँ यसको बारेमा चाहिँ शिक्षा दिने
हाम्रो गाउँपालिकालाई नै बाल विवाह मुक्त गाउँपालिका घोषणा गर्ने हाम्रो लक्ष्य छ किशोर किशोरीहरुको लागि चेतनामूलक कार्यक्रम गरेका छौं वार्ड नम्बर 1 बगाहामा बजेट पनि छुट्याइएको छ
अबदेखि बाल विवाह गर्न पाइदैन यो चाहिँ राज्यको कानुनभन्दा विपरीत छ भनेर ती किशोर किशोरीहरुबाट पनि ती कार्यक्रमहरु रोक्ने काम भइरहेको छ
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's the question: what's your take on the announcement to inaugurate 165 roads in all the electoral constituencies? Your options are A. Urge for development, B. Publicity stunt, and C. Hard to believe. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.